on the way.
Boogeyman band coming round the bend. Is Boogeyman band. Is Boogeyman band.
Greetings, I feel the Fright Fiends. Thanks so much for stopping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday the 13th to everyone. I know people that follow my channel have noticed that I put out a lot of Friday the 13th content this week. I showcased my new shirts from Gutter Garbs that I got last week. I also showcased some footage from the Crystal Lake Nightmares Con that I went to back on August 8th, 9th, and 10th, and it was the panel for Final Chapter. I did that one. I also did a room tour to showcase Friday the 13th collectibles. That was for Johnny C 321, a requested video that came in last summer on my Mike Ryerson bust from Salem's Lot that was done by my good friend Glenn Holmes or Horror Holmes. And then the last video I did was a tribute to Paula Shaw, who played Mrs. Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason, and Corey Parker from Friday the 13th Part 5 A New Beginning, because both of them have passed on. She passed away in September 10th, and he passed away on March the 5th so of this year, and she passed away last year. So yeah, that was a lot for this week. And some sad news for the Boogeyman is that yesterday on the 12th of March, I was laid off from my job. And if you've been following me for a number of years, you'll know that this has been a song and dance that I've done a couple of times. The last time I was laid off from a job was back on the 20th of January of 2016. So we're going back a ways. And then I had a couple of contract jobs. I had a full-time job at a wineware software business in Napa for 2 months. And then I worked for Google for about 6 months. And then I ended up going and working for UC Berkeley on a project. And after that, I went to go work for, at the time it was called Wave, but it was originally called Astound. And I was with that company from October 16th of 2017 until yesterday. So again, I'm recording this on Friday the 13th. I was laid off officially on the 12th of March. I was going on 8.5 years with the company, and I've been having a really hard time, just to be honest with you guys. It's been a very sad day. I've been all over the place. I didn't know what video to do for Friday the 13th. Of course, I want to celebrate Jason's Special Day and my favorite horror film franchise of all time, but I'm really upset. I'm discouraged. I had a really hard year last year with the loss of my grandmother and just so much work that I was taking on at my job, and I kind of got overloaded, and unfortunately the odds weren't in my favor. So what to do next? And that's what I'm just going through right now, is what to do next. I do have some ideas of what I want to do. I wish I could do something more with the Horror Zone channel, but I don't know if I have the bandwidth to do it in terms of, try to make this my career. I don't think it would work. Plus, I don't know if it would be something long lasting in terms of my enthusiasm. I like having this as my hobby, as my escape. I wouldn't want it to be my job. But I'm going back and forth about that. I do have my book that's still in the copyright stages. So My Life in the Lot, found out this week, Monday of this week, that it's going to probably take 2.5 months. But I submitted it on January the 19th. So we're just about to hit that 2-month mark. So I'm thinking by April, copyright might be in place, and I can then get it over to a publisher, someone I've been talking to, a publisher I've been talking to. So we'll see what happens, but I really am trying to build myself back up. And the only way I know how to do it is through this. This has always been sort of my therapy. And yeah, I've been having a hard time. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to be optimistic. Yeah, I just really didn't think this was going to happen, but it did, unfortunately. Just in whatever political spectrum you're on, what's going on in the United States is not normal. And it's just a shit show right now with regards to jobs. So it always has to happen to me at the worst time to lose a job. We'll see what happens. And I just want to let you guys know I'm still going to do content here. I'll have more time. And I do want to do some shout outs right now for Friday the 13th that are Friday the 13th related. I'm going to try to get this video edited and posted as quick as possible. I'm not going to really do many edits. But Luke Welch Sculpture has an amazing Jason X pre-Uber Jason figure dropping today at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 6 o'clock for me here on the West Coast. So I am going to put a link down below to his Instagram. If you want one of these figures, he's got a huge amount of Jason stuff that he's putting out today. Some of his older figures, he is putting a new, he's doing another release of the Freddy vs. Jason figure, which he did last month, that sold out almost immediately. I was lucky enough to grab one of them. It's in the case right over there, and yeah, I do recommend people checking out his stuff. So link down below for that. Gutter Garbs also released some more awesome shirts. I know they have if I remember correctly, they have like the game cover for the Gun Media game. That's one of their shirts. They also have a bunch of, it looked like enamel pins or keychains. I saw it real quickly. I'll put what it is right here. But they also have a shirt for part 2, part 4, and part 7. They're awesome, and they have another Savini Jason as well. So support them. Link down below to Gutter Garbs. And even though this stuff isn't Friday the 13th related, I need something to cheer me up. So yesterday when I found out the news, I took a drive. I went to my favorite little antique store, Antique Corner. I did a video about them back in December, talking about that I went there to go do some Christmas shopping. And got a couple of things. They're not Jason related, but here's my little bag of stuff. And the thing that I got that I've seen there a number of times, I've gone in there, but I was able to find this Riddler from the Batman animated series, the one that John Glover did the voice for. He's been there at different spots in the upstairs portion of Antique Corner, and I was like, I need to bring him home. So he was $22. I think she cut the tag off of it, but he was $22, and I just like him. I love the character, and just thought he was cool to be here in the zone. And then I found this for $25. And it's the Count Chocula action figure. And it's really, really cool. So it looks like the cereal box, and he comes with a different face sculpt and the cereal box that you can put in his hands, I guess. But yeah, they have a Frankenberry one too that I've seen, but I didn't see this one there. But this one was $25. And just really, really happy to have that. And I'll showcase him up close at the end of the video. And the last thing I'm going to show is a poster that my friend John Campapiano, he's done some amazing documentaries, Unearthed and Untold, The Path of Pet Cemetery. He did Pennywise, The Story of It, and just recently, which hasn't been, I don't believe it's out officially yet, it's been doing like some festival circuits. It's called The Farmer and the Shark, and it deals with Jaws and Martha's Vineyard and everything. So again, had a little camera issue there. So again, this was sent to me by my friend John Campapiano, and he reached out to me. It was like 2 days after I had seen Scream, and this was another poster that they were giving out in the theater, and it's kind of in the vibe of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's really, really cool, and I've seen it online, but he was able to get one at his theater. So he asked me if I'd be interested in it, and I said that was very, very kind. I offered to pay for it, and he said he would send it out to me. There, got it. And just it says, "Welcome to Woodsboro, where the past never dies." Scream 7. So that's really, really cool. Got to find a spot for it somewhere. Very, very nice poster. Thank you so much, John, for sending this to me. It really means a lot. I know this stuff wasn't Friday the 13th related, so I apologize, folks, but it's kind of a pity me party. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of open something up and let out what's going on in my life again for the third time in 14 years. I've been employed, so it kind of sucks, but the grass is always greener on the other side, and maybe I can actually get a job doing something that I love instead of something that just pays the bills. I'm always optimistic. I've always been that way. I'm just hoping that I can find something soon. And I hope everyone has a great Friday the 13th. Remember, support Luke Welch Sculptures, support Gutter Garbs. This is Jason's special day, and I'm going to watch some movies that kind of take my pain away this evening. But yeah, just wanted to put this out there. Again, I'll showcase some of the stuff up close at the end of the video, even though it's not Friday the 13th related. But thank you so much for all the support with the Friday the 13th content I've done all week. I've done 5 videos this week, 1 for each day. It's been a lot of fun, and we have another Friday the 13th to look forward to in November. And hopefully I'm not unemployed at that point to enjoy this year as much as I can, because there's too much sadness in the world. There's too much anger in the world. And this is the kind of, this room and what I do here. I try to bring a little joy into people's lives. I try to bring a little joy into my life. And I really appreciate everyone taking the time to stop by and say hi. So thank you so much. Hope everyone has a great Friday the 13th, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. And remember, Jason's out there.